just a little bit better. October is National Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so take this reminder to do something good for yourself and your loved ones. Research shows that 1 in 8 U.S. women will develop invasive breast cancer, which means this terrible disease will affect nearly all of us in some way. This month, if you don't do self-exams already, it's time to learn how. And more importantly, make an appointment with your doctor if it's been a while. And encourage your friends and family to take these tips also. Go to nationalbreastcancer.org, linked below, to learn about early detection and how you can support the fight against breast cancer. So remember, breast cancer is a disease that will touch most of us in some way, but with an early detection plan and support for the cause, we can continue to fight it, which will help us all feel just a little bit better.
Cancer is the result of mutation of the genes responsible for the growth and health of the cells in the body. This abnormal proliferation may occur to the breast cells, which is called breast cancer. Breast cancer cells may continue dividing without a halt, resulting in a tumor. Breast cancer is common to women, but men are also susceptible to breast cancer. People suffering from breast cancer may not show symptoms at all, especially in its early stages. But a new lump or mass in the breast can be indicative of breast cancer. Generally, any change to the breast appearance, texture, and pain can be a sign of breast cancer. Nipple discharge or redness, breast or nipple pain, dimpling, or swelling of the breast can also be signs of breast cancer. Breast cancer has better prognosis once treated in its early stages. Thus, women are advised to undergo routine screening procedures to detect breast cancer earlier. Monthly breast self-examination, clinical breast examination, and mammography are the recommended routine screening procedures to detect breast cancer, even without obvious symptoms. Breast cancer development can be associated with a family history of breast cancer, early onset of menstruation, late menopause, dense breast tissue, exposure to carcinogens, the use of oral contraceptives, or drinking excessive alcohol. Breast cancer has various types. Some types are ductal carcinoma, lobular carcinoma, mucinous carcinoma, mixed tumors, and inflammatory breast cancer. Treatment of breast cancer is dependent on the type of cancer and its stage. Basic treatment options available to breast cancer patients are surgery, which involves the removal of the cancerous tissues, radiation therapy that aims to destroy cancer cells by the use of high-energy rays, and chemotherapy, which treats breast cancer with medications. Consult your general practitioner whenever you notice any changes in your breast. He or she can examine you and refer you to a specialist if necessary.
Hey, I'm Carrie Glassman. Here are some quick and simple tips to help you feel just a little bit better. October is National Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so take this reminder to do something good for yourself and your loved ones. Research shows that 1 in 8 U.S. women will develop invasive breast cancer, which means this terrible disease will affect nearly all of us in some way. This month, if you don't do self-exams already, it's time to learn how. And more importantly, make an appointment with your doctor if it's been a while. And encourage your friends and family to take these tips also. Go to nationalbreastcancer.org, linked below, to learn about early detection and how you can support the fight against breast cancer. So remember, breast cancer is a disease that will touch most of us in some way, but with an early detection plan and support for the cause, we can continue to fight it, which will help us all feel just a little bit better.
and Anuja. And before you settle down, just stand together for a group photograph. Would you, before you settle down, if you'd like to just take a group photograph? Today's program is a very interesting program on going back to the future. Uh, can I invite Malvika Rai, President Flo, to give the welcome address to this very interesting program?
Good morning, everyone. Just have your phones on silent, and just give you in the next program is going to be on 9th of November, which is on the Commissioners of Delhi, MCD. So we're having the NDMC Commissioner and 3 MCD Commissioners, where we can have an open discussion how we can help the city to be clean and safe. So that's the program on the 9th. Coming to it future is that we're having a program, we're having the interstate coming up, which is in December. People who have not enrolled in, please enroll. It's going to be an experience which we will really live it up. And this is the first time we're having it in Delhi. So come on, I think all of you must have received the microsites. Please go through it and you'll come to know what we're going to be doing during those 2 days. We are having a program with University of Columbia on the 12th, 13th and 14th. There are 3 professors from there. They are coming, and we are going to have a residential program in Delhi, and it's going to be talking about creating the product, how do you market it, how do you brand it, and how do you use your Facebook to market it, the social media to market it. So it's going to be an interesting one, which is going to be for 2.5 days, and you'll get a certificate from University of Columbia, USA. So that's the program for January. It's on 12th, 13th, 14th, January. And we'll start with the session now. Dr. K.K. Aggarwal, members on the dais and friends, a very good morning. India is a land of festivals. There is great diversity in the Indian regions, and these diversities have brought about an assortment of rituals and festivals. We celebrate festivals of each religion with equal zeal and vigor, and this also proves each time how our unity lies in diversity. In fact, our happiest memories are of celebrating festivals with family and friends, be it Diwali, Janmashtami, Dashera, Holi, Christmas, Eid, or any other festival. What is the science behind our rituals and festivals, and how they affect our mental and physical well-being is something we often ponder upon. There are many questions that come to our mind regarding the significance of our festivals. I just want to let you know that I had a very nice session for 45 minutes with Dr. Aggarwal at IIC when I first went to meet him, and I asked him the question, why do we celebrate from Dashera to Bhai Dooj? And in half an hour he gave me such a fantastic, just the way he brought it about, why do we do from first day of Dashera until the Bhai Dooj? And I'm sure he's going to touch on those subjects today also. Every symbol has its meaning, and many festivals and traditional events have their own symbolism. Some of the sacred festivals have an astronomical significance. Some were fixed by the spiritual instructors of old to coincide with the seasons, for seasons are reflections of the cosmic processes in the invisible nature and the climatic peculiarities of the seasons correspond to the psychic and spiritual tendencies of humanity. So we have a great, interesting session who is a doctor, who's a cardiologist from Mulchand, but he has a passion which you are going to see today. And I'll ask Anuja to introduce Dr. Aggarwal.
Thank you, Malvika. Dr. K.K. Aggarwal needs no introduction, but I've been privileged to talk about him a bit. The brief technical profile of Dr. K.K. Aggarwal is, he's a Padma Shri and a Dr. B.C. Roy National Awardee. He's the founder and trustee of Heart Care Foundation of India. He is a senior consultant physician and preventive cardiologist and dean of the board of Medical Education, Mulchand Medicity. He is a senior vice president elect, Indian Medical Association, and member, Ethics Committee, Medical Council of India, and Delhi Medical Council. Coming to the personal note, the doctor had a very humble beginning, and his future was shaped studying on a dari in a government school. His future was shaped from the era when English as a subject was taught only after class 6. Today, he has attained such heights that Government of India released 3 stamps on his initiatives. His passion brought medical techies in all the religions under one roof. The doctor has special interest in life after death. He has documented many cases where people were brought back to life after successful CPR. And my father is one of the cases who was brought back to life with a CPR. He has had number of CPR awareness classes in schools, colleges, various institutions, and the police force, and many such other things. And here is the mesmerizing Dr. K.K. Aggarwal for you.
I forgot to mention, today's day chair is Ritu Vadera, and she's hosting our lunch also today. Thank you, Ritu.
Thank you. हेलो हेलो मुझे 5 डमीज यहाँ चाहिए अभी अभी यहाँ पड़ी हैं थैंक यू मालविका एंड थैंक यू अदर co-chairs on the dais. When I was being introduced, मेरे को जो लास्ट इंट्रोडक्शन आया वो आया कि मरते हुए आदमी को बचाना. So I'll start from there. Though it is not a part of our festivals, but I still feel कि सावित्री ने सत्यवान को अगर बचाया होगा तो कोई ना कोई टेक्निक इंडिया में रही होगी. So I'm going to start with that for 5 minutes and then we'll come back to our own subject. When I talk about life after death, people talk about what happens to life after death. For that we need to understand the process of death. And आप लोगों को जानकर ये आश्चर्य होगा कि मरने के बाद में भी आदमी नहीं मरता. किसी ने वो नहीं बोला. Nobody is surprised. No. You cannot, I said to bring back the soul. I'm talking about to bring back the soul. So my statement is, मरने के 10 मिनट तक soul does not leave the body. So there's a process of death takes up to 10 minutes. And during that 10 minutes, if you freeze the soul, you can revive the person. So 2 चीज़ें मैं आपको सिखाऊंगा. पहली चीज़ तो ये है कि मरने के 10 मिनट के अंदर the soul does not leave the body, the consciousness does not leave the body, therefore it is possible to revive a person. And all of us here are going to show you how to revive a person. So सब लोग खड़े हो जाओ. No, मैं कराऊंगा. No, ये सामने आपके सामने पड़ा हुआ है. आप सबके सामने एक मरा हुआ पड़ा है. आप सबके सामने एक मुर्दा पड़ा हुआ है. आप सबके सामने. The message is, जब कोई आदमी मर जाता है तो हम अपनी छाती पीटते हैं, हाय राम मेरे छोरे ने बचाओ. So the answer is, अगर कोई मर जाए तो उसकी छाती पीटो, अपनी नहीं. And the mantra is, मरने के 10 मिनट के अंदर 10 मिनट तक 10 into 10 100 पर मिनट की स्पीड से अपनी छाती पीटने के बदले मरे हुए आदमी की छाती पीटो. वी कॉल हिम एज सावित्री 10 मंत्र, which means it is possible to revive a person after death within 10 minutes. और 10 मिनट में डॉक्टर नहीं पहुंच सकता, आप अस्पताल नहीं पहुंच सकते. अगर आप ये प्रोसेस को स्टार्ट कर दो and then call doctor, even if he comes after 20 minutes, you have some hope of reviving a person. So it is possible to revive a person, and the technique is, अब सब लोग खड़े हो जाओ यहाँ पे, ठीक है? There is nothing doctor here. There is nothing doctor here. इसके अंदर में हमारे को क्या करना है? Ideally पेशेंट को जमीन पे लेटाना है, जो मैं अभी करके आपको दिखाऊंगा एक्सरे प्रोसेस. अपने दोनों हाथों को छाती के बीचों बीच, चेस्ट, दो निपल्स के बीच में, चेस्ट के बीच में दोनों हाथों को रखना है, और ये घुटने मुड़ना नहीं चाहिए, चाहे ऊपर होना पड़े, ठीक है? और उसके बाद में हमें कुछ नहीं करना, इसको दबाना है 1.5 इंच. That's all. The correct technique, I'll tell you. The correct technique is पेशेंट को ज़मीन पे लेटाना है, क्योंकि पेशेंट आपको टेबल पे नहीं मिलेगा, ठीक है? ज़मीन पे अगर लेटा हुआ है, बिस्तर पे नहीं होना चाहिए, सोफे पे नहीं होना चाहिए, हार्ड बेड पे. तो इसके ऊपर में क्या करना है? I have to stand like this. This is called सावित्री आसन. घुटने के बल खड़े हो गए. ज़मीन पे अगर है तो घुटने के बल खड़े हो गए, दोनों हाथों को सीधा रख के, दिस इज कॉल्ड सावित्री मुद्रा, और इसको रख के इसको दबाना है, कंधे से दबाना है, कंधे से. So, ऐसा करने से 100 में से 60 लोग बच सकते हैं. 60 people can be revived out of 100 people.
I can vouch for it. My father was right this view.
And we have, I have a person staying in defense colony. I revived him 20 years back, and this time again he had a cardiac arrest after 20 years, and now we revived him after 48 minutes of compression. 48 मिनट तक हमने उसकी छाती दबाते गए, and after 48 minutes he regained consciousness. But we started within 10 minutes.
The question is it only after cardiac arrest or generally also any?
Any death, try it. जो मर गया, see, मरने के ऊपर में, जिंदा के ऊपर नहीं. So electrocution death, जो भी आदमी किसी भी कारण से मर गया हो, अगर आप उसको चाहते हो वापस आना, तो try it. No, there will be situations where आप pray कर रहे हो भगवान से कि भगवान इसकी आत्मा, इसके सांस को ले जाए. Sometimes somebody is in torture and he's dying, he's cancer, terminal patients. There you won't like to revive him for another few hours. But I'm talking about normal person, sudden death, cardiac death, where you can revive a person. This is what I'm talking about. Within 10 minutes.
How long? Duration?
Duration, minimum 10 minutes.
Or till the time?
Or till the time the doctor comes. 100 per minute. 10 into 10. 10 मिनट के अंदर, earlier the better, कम से कम 10 मिनट तक, longer the better. 10 into 10 100 पर मिनट की स्पीड से अपनी छाती पीटने के बदले मरे हुए आदमी की छाती पीटो, ये हमारा मंत्र है. वैसे यस 1.5 इंच दबना है. प्रेशर विल डिपेंड अपॉन आदमी की मोटा कितना है, पतला कितना है. 1.5 इंच दबना है. प्रेशर विल 1.5 इंच, 1.5 इंच, तभी वो हार्ट कंप्रेस होगा. तोड़ने दो, तोड़ दो प्लीज. अगर रिब्स टूटती हैं तो तोड़ दो, लेकिन बचा लो. वो हम जोड़ लेंगे, वो हमारा काम है, हम जोड़ लेंगे. हेलो. Not cavity, in the bone, center of the bone, between the two sides. Same thing, center of the chest, and with this movement, compress. Like this, like this. This. So what I'll do is, सब लोग खड़े हो जाओ. Everybody stand. सब लोग हाथ को ऐसे करके ऐसे करें, हाथ को, ठीक है? सब लोग हाथ को ऐसे करें, सीधा कर लें, ऐसे करके, और इस पोजीशन में करना है. That's all. So इससे करना है. And I have after 1 o'clock during the lunch time, there will be 20 such dummies which will be placed here. Please don't go without practicing it. Each one of you here My people will be there. There will be 20 dummies here. Everybody can come, demonstrate, learn, and go. Thank you. Center of the chest. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. बैठ जाइए. Hi. So nobody should go, and I don't want, and I want in the next 1 month a call from Malvika कि फ्लो के कारण से जान बच गई. मैंने क्या कहा कि जब आप स्टार्ट करोगे, डोंट स्टॉप टिल मेडिकल हेल्प अराइव्स. कम से कम 10 मिनट करना है, बट 10 मिनट में मेडिकल हेल्प तो आप मंगाओगे ना. यू गोइंग टू कॉल ना, डॉक्टर में टेक 10 मिनट्स 20 मिनट्स, कंटिन्यू इट, लेट द डॉक्टर कम एंड डिसाइड. हैं साथ में करते हुए जाओ. आई हैव डन दैट इन सफदरजंग एनक्लेव. आई गॉट ए कॉल दैट a person has died, and I took 7 minutes to reach, and I started doing CPR to him on the car, and we brought him to Mulchand. वहाँ जाके बचा दिया हमने उसको. ब्रेन डेथ 10 मिनट के बाद होगी. कार्डियो पल्मोनरी रिससिटेशन. कार्डियो मीन्स हार्ट, पल्मोनरी मीन्स लंग्स, रिससिटेशन मीन्स रिवाइवल. सावित्री ने सत्यवान को मोस्ट लाइकली ऐसे ही बचाया होगा, ठीक है, इसलिए इसका नाम हमने सावित्री प्रोजेक्ट रखा है. I have trained 11,000 people in 1 day, and in the last 1 year I have trained 70,000 people so far, and I have 1,500 such dummies. I can train 3,000 people in one class. पूरे ग्राउंड के अंदर 3,000 डमीज में 3,000 लोगों को अच्छा सिखाते हैं हम लोग. So everybody must learn. So all of you are belongs to different organizations. अपनी अपनी organizations में कराना है तो through Malvika you can, flow can be a part of it, and you can have the flow through you. People can train 25,000 people in the next 1 year. It's possible. No charges. There are no charges, nothing. Everything is free. Everything is free. The only thing is you have to call back and say हमने किसी की जान बचा दी. That's all. जैसे मन not required. Not required. This is called hands only CPR. All right. So let's come back to today we are talking about the mythology, the Indian religions, the science behind festivals, the God we wanted to say, and we have learned how to become God first, practically. Because अगर आपने किसी की जान बचा दी तो लोग आपको भगवान ही समझेंगे. So from there we start with a good note. Before I start with the rituals and festivals, let me explain few terminologies. Imagine yourself in a situation कि कोई स्कूल नहीं है, कोई कॉलेज नहीं है, इंटरनेट नहीं है, सोशल मीडिया नहीं है, न्यूज़पेपर्स नहीं है, nothing is available. ठीक है? And then how do we communicate to each other? महात्मा गांधी के टाइम पे सोशल मीडिया नहीं था, न्यूज़पेपर्स नहीं थे, he had no access to radio and television, but वो एक सेंटेंस बोलता था, शाम तक पूरे इंडिया में सबको पता लग जाता था. So there was a communication. राजा महाराजे जो भी ऑर्डर पास करते थे, within 2 hours पूरी कंट्री में मैसेज पहुंच जाता था. So there was communication, probably faster communication in those eras than here. यहाँ पे तो इंटरनेट पे हुक होना पड़ेगा, वहाँ पे तो घर में कान में आके बता देते थे कि आपका ये हो रहा है. So there is a communication techniques available. They were available at that particular time. टेक्स्ट बुक्स भी रही होंगी वहाँ पे, मोड्स ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन भी रहे होंगे उस ज़माने में, ज़रूर रहे होंगे. तो सबसे पहले हमारी 2 प्रकार की नॉलेज होती है. एक होती है ओरिजिनल वर्क, कि आपने रिसर्च करी. दूसरा होता है कि आपने किसी की रिसर्च के ऊपर में अपने कमेंट्स दिए. यही 2 प्रकार की रिसर्च है, आइदर योर ओरिजिनल थीसिस, योर ओरिजिनल वर्क, और योर व्यूज़ अबाउट समथिंग एल्स. श्रुति इज़ द टर्मिनोलॉजी यूज्ड इन आवर ancient Hindu scriptures. Shruti means original work. The original research is called Shruti, and the interpretations of that Shruti is called Smriti. These are the 2 terminologies everybody must know, Shruti and Smriti. All 4 Ved are Shruti, the original work of some saints जिन्होंने रिसर्च करी और डॉक्यूमेंट कर दिया. सर्च करी, हाँ, ओके, नॉट री. When I say search kara, fine. If you want to define that as, I only define them as research versus research. there's a difference when I say research is one word, research is two words. So ऋषि मुनियों ने जो निकाला उसका नाम वेद हो गया. तो 4 वेद हो गए, ऋग्वेद, यजुर्वेद, सामवेद एंड अथर्ववेद. जब उनकी सारी रिसर्च खत्म हो गई, जब उन्होंने 4 किताबें लिख दी, then people came forward and they started interpreting it. वो कहता है इसका इंटरप्रिटेशन ये होना चाहिए, वो कहता है मेरा इंटरप्रिटेशन ये है, वो कहता है मेरा इंटरप्रिटेशन ये है, and there becomes the Upanishads. So all Upanishads are the offshoots of Vedic knowledge converted into a interpretation. और जब लोगों ने उपनिषद लिख दिए, then how they have to be communicated? So the first communicating tool was Geet, songs. So they converted that knowledge into songs to communicate. वो सॉन्ग उन्होंने बना दिया एक स्कूल के अंदर में, सब स्कूलों में गाया जाने लगा, तो पूरे इंडिया में मैसेज चला गया. So one was Geet, and that converted, and those knowledge which was spread through Geet became the Gita of today, Bhagavad Gita and this Gita. There are 21 Gitas. You call them, actually it is Bhagavad Gita, but we call them as Gita. जब से अंग्रेज हमारे पास में आए, because हमने राम को रामा, लक्ष्मण को लक्ष्मणा, योग को योगा बोलना चालू कर दिया, तो it became Bhagavad Gita. Actually it is Bhagavad Gita. And we have 21 such Gita. So communication of Vedic knowledge through Gita is Bhagavad Gita, one of them. And we'll come back Bhagavad Gita के ऊपर में कहीं ना कहीं कुछ लेकर आएंगे. Then people said, कुछ लोगों को गाने पसंद नहीं है. Then how do we communicate? तो जो ऋषि मुनि थे उन्होंने तो पत्तों पे लिख दिया, पर पत्ते तो डुप्लीकेट हो नहीं सकते, फोटोकॉपी तो थी नहीं वहाँ पे, स्कैनर भी नहीं था कि वो पहुँचा देते. So they created role plays, they created नाटक्स. उन्होंने रोल प्ले मॉडल्स क्रिएट किया, नाटक बना दिए. एक राजा था, एक रानी थी, फिर ये हुआ, फिर ये हुआ, फिर ये हुआ, फिर ये हुआ. उन्होंने उस नॉलेज को they converted them into a knowledge based role play models, and they are called Puran. This Puran, that Puran, you have Shankar Puran, you have Shiv Puran. The Purans are basically story based. They created stories of that knowledge, and that knowledge got spread to people. When stories were being made, so 2 of the stories became very famous. One was Ramayana, second was Mahabharata. And then the Hindu activists got together and said, ये story नहीं हो सकती, ये तो real stories हैं. So they said, we don't want them into Puran, because Puran means a story. We don't want to call Ram and Krishna as a part of stories. So they all together and took these 2 away from stories, from Puran, and now they have become the epics. So they were offshooted from, they were taken out from Puran, they are now called epics. Knowledge, किस चीज़ की knowledge? नेक्स्ट किसी कब से नॉलेज जो स्प्रेड करनी है, किस चीज़ की नॉलेज? सबसे पहले फैक्ट्स. ये आम है, ये लाल रंग है, ये हरा रंग है, ये आम है, ये कबूतर है, ये पक्षी है, ये गाय है, ठीक है, ये आलू है, ये रोटी है, ये सब्जी है. दैट इज कॉल्ड ऋग्वेद. ऋग्वेद, द फर्स्ट वेद टॉक्स अबाउट द फैक्ट्स. द सेकंड वेद विच इज यजुर्वेद टॉक्स अबाउट द कर्मकांड, कि इसमें इसका क्या करना है, इसका आलू का क्या करना है. बोले सब्जी बनानी है, आलू की सब्जी बनती है, ठीक है. एंड द थर्ड वेद टॉक्स अबाउट उपासना, कैसे बनती है, कितना आलू काटूं, कैसे काटूं, नॉलेज. एंड चौथा आएगा खाऊं क्यों, द वाई केम्स इन अथर्ववेद. सो इफ यू सी द जेनेसिस ऑफ नॉलेज इन दोज इरा, जब शुरू में लोग पैदा हुए तो सबको पहले दे ओनली वर इंटरेस्टेड इन फैक्ट्स. इफ यू सी योर जेनेसिस ऑफ ए चाइल्ड you'll find the same thing. बच्चे को क्या नॉलेज होती है शुरू में, फैक्ट समझता है, फिर आप उसको समझाते हो कैसे करना, क्या करना, कैसे करना, क्यों करना. एंड दैट इज दी एवरीथिंग. जो भी आपको नॉलेज चाहिए होती है वो इसी जेनेसिस में जाती है. एंड देन उपनिषद्स कम्स. सो दिस इज जस्ट फैक्चुअल थिंग्स आई वांटेड टू से. Another thing which I wanted to say, without that you will not understand the science behind rituals, is there are 2 philosophies of spirituality. One is Dvait philosophy, second is Advait philosophy. Anybody is aware of non-dualism and dualism? Most of you will be aware of. So, आप लोग कुछ लोग सनातन धर्मी होंगे, if you belong to Hindu philosophy, और कुछ आर्य समाजी होंगे. तो एक philosophy है वो कहता है भगवान अलग है, God is different. I cannot compare myself to God. So मैं उस भगवान की पूजा करता हूँ. He is different. He is supreme. That's one philosophy. That is dualism. Dualism means he is different, I am different. Okay. And the second philosophy is that there is nothing like God. God is in me.